Hey, welcome to video 1 of Introduction to C++ for Beginners, the series where I introduce you to the awesome programming language C++. In the previous video, we discussed what C++ is, why you should learn C++, and why you should learn it from me. In this video, we'll be downloading and installing the software we need to write, compile, and run C++ code. Now you need two pieces of software in order to use C++ code, an IDE or code editor and a compiler. An IDE or code editor is an app that we'll be using to write our code. We'll download and set up Codeblocks and Visual Studio in this video. There are various other IDE you might want to check out, but these two are the ones we'll be using for this course, and we'll be downloading the MingW compiler. After installing the apps, we'll create our first C++ program. Let's get started. Let's start with Codeblocks because Codeblocks is easier to set up than Visual Studio. Google Codeblocks and click on the first result. Go to Downloads, then Binary Releases, and choose your operating system. I am on Windows 10, so I'll be choosing the first option. Then download this file here, the one with MingW-setup at the end, because this file contains Codeblocks with MingW compiler, so you don't have to download and install a compiler for Codeblocks because it contains its own compiler. We just have to download and install this file and we're good to go. After installing this file, you are good to go with Codeblocks. So jump to this timestamp so we can start creating our first C++ program. But if you want to use Vscode instead, let's install and configure it. Google Vscode download and click on the first link to download Vscode. Download the installer for your operating system and install Vscode. When it is finished installing, launch it. Once Vscode is open, go to the Extensions tab and search for the C++ extension pack from Microsoft and download it. This extension pack contains all the extensions you will need for C++ development on Vscode. Then search and download CodeRunner. This extension allows you to run C++ code on Vscode. Now that we are done with Vscode, it is time to install our compiler. Go to this site, scroll down and download the appropriate file for your computer. If you are using a 32-bit system, download this file, and if you are on 64-bit, download this other one at the bottom. After the file is downloaded, extract the compiler to your C directory. Then open the folder and then open the bin folder and copy this path from one of the files in here. Then open environment variables. And add the path to the compiler. If you followed the steps correctly, you now have all the stuff you need to run C++ on your system. To check if the compiler is correctly installed, open your terminal and run this command: gcc --vision. This should output this line of text. Now that we are done downloading And installing everything, it is time to create our first C++ program. Open Visual Studio, then go to Open Folder, then create a new folder. I'll be naming mine First Program. Then open that folder using Vscode. Then we're going to create a new document. I'll name mine First Program. Save this as a C++ document. Now write the code with me. You don't have to understand what any of this means for now. I'll be explaining in the next video. But right now, write this code with me. Hashtag include iostream using namespace std, int main, cout, hello world. Return 0. Now this is the code for the hello world program. So to run it, go to this icon in the top right and click on run code. And our output appears here. Let's break down this program in the next video. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe to spread the good word about my channel. Have a good one.